James 1 and 5 says, if anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who without reproach. In other words, he's not going to fuss at you. He's not going to argue about it. He will give you the answer that you seek. If anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask God, and he will provide it. I admonish you to pray James 1 and 5 prayers. There's going to be an offering after this. What's a James 1 and 5 prayer? Lord, what would you have me to give today? And what would you have me to pledge this year? What's a James 1 and 5 prayer? Lord, I'm disturbed about all the violence that I see. Lord, what is it that you want me to do? Did you catch that? What is it that you want me to do? They have a great youth program here. Some folks need to write some checks. Some folks need to write some big checks. Because that's your role right now. Amen. There are other folks that have time on their hands and can provide service as chaperones. That can be there. Lord, what is it that you want me to do? Perhaps there's some children in your neighborhood that don't have the kind of home that you have. And maybe they need the kind of help that the woman in Tucson tried to provide to the 9-year-old. I see your potential. Let's go out to this rally. Are you taking care of any kids? So many of you, as I look around the room here, I know you come from those backgrounds where when something happened, it wasn't just mama or dad. It was the one across the street, the one down the street. See, I was blessed like that. I'm looking out here, I see one of my high school teachers, Ms. Cora Sutton. When I just about lost my mind after getting my acceptance at the Air Force Academy and deciding that, well, I've already passed this class. I don't have to write a term paper. I've talked to some of my classmates. It's only worth X% of my grade. So I don't feel like doing it. And I'm not. Lo and behold, Miss Sutton calls my daddy. And we had a different type of conversation at home. You know what? I turned in that paper a few days later. I had to pull a couple all-nighters, but I turned in that paper. Why? Because she cared. Because she didn't just see her job description in a limited manner. It was about the love. So I admonish you, I implore you to pray the kind of prayers that put you on the line. Lord, what would you have me to do? Prayer is good. Prayer is good. Effective prayer is better. But I want to warn you, effective prayer will cost you something. When you start letting the Holy Spirit direct your path, you may not be a morning person, but he'll start waking you up. He'll wake you up like he did me this morning around 3:30. Make sure you say this. Make sure you do that. Call this one. Write that one. It's going to cost you something. It may cost you your treasure. It may cost you your time. It may cost you your sleep. But when you line up with him, there is nothing better. That is the safest place in all the world to be. The let's conclude this thing. I don't want to wear out my welcome. And this is a time out for this. I have spoken all over the country. I've spoken at Harvard Law School. I've spoken at Duke Law School. I've spoken in some very nice venues. My good friend Richard Hall over here is a pilot for United Airlines. Took a risk on me this past summer. He organized a reunion of all Black Service Academy graduates, and we recognized the oldest living graduates and the first women graduates. And he called upon me to give the keynote. Now, I wasn't his first choice. That's another matter. But things worked out okay. I say that to say this. I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm getting all these invitations to speak, but I haven't got an invitation at home. It's good to be home. I urge you to be free. I urge you to make a difference. Thank you for inviting me home.